Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. So for today's vlog, we will be talking about 10 things we've experienced working as a NHS nurses. And I'm back with my friends Johanna and Julian to explain to you what we have experienced. And we will try to speak in English, so bear with our English because it's for the sake of other viewers. And yeah, we'll try to speak Tagalog as well, little bit. I'll just gonna put some subtitle down there. So, for the first number one. Number one. Ano number one? Number one is that it's really important because we are all coming from different countries and we are all overseas nurses and we don't know what we are going to see here. If we come here in UK, we don't know what we're gonna be experiencing and how are we gonna cope and everything. Yeah. Emotional. Top one that we've learned is that you need a union. So it's a union for nurses.
Yes.
It's actually it's like a protection.
So union is like
It's a group.
It's
of
a group.
people.
Yeah, it's like a membership. So
A membership.
once you've been a member, you will pay monthly. I think it is around from 8
Now 13 pounds.
8 pounds
Initially
to
for a year,
16 pounds. So it varies. It depends on what union you will take. We are currently, I think all of us are currently with
RCN.
Royal College of Nursing, which is one of the top unions because basically they are focused on nurses. So that's why we opted for RCN. But yeah, there are different kind of unions that you can have here in the UK, and it is a good thing that you have it because in case something happened, like any situation that has needs you what do you call this, that you need support, like for example something happened, legal support or
Emotional support.
even just emotional support, everything. As a nurse, they will help you. They are also the ones who are the voices or the advocates for nurses to help you, for example, for the employment, for the pay, something like that. In the Philippines, it's somewhat like PNA, but the thing is, I think we with the amount that we're paying compared to PNA, we're having like loads. Every month we're having journals, we're having like booklets to guide us to start our career. We're having emails, updates, everything.
Yeah.
And we are updated from time to time about the things that we can have or we can do with our membership. So it's actually a good thing. And they're very active.
Yeah. So basically, union is like a protection for you, for yourself, because we don't know, sometimes there are just really some unfortunate things happening in our ward. Like for example, you're a nurse in charge and then suddenly someone fell and then the family wants to take a legal action. So
They will help. Yeah, they will help
they
you
will
with
help
that.
you. Yeah, if you want some advice from a legal action, like those kind of things, you can call them, email them, and ask about what are you going to do, what you should do.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really
Why me?
a good thing.
Yeah, sister. So what do you think, sister?
She's a band six.
She's a sister. Sister Julianne.
She told me when she joined this ward, she said, I think I need a membership union now. It's really a good thing, especially if you want to protect your PIN, because we're here to protect ourselves and our PIN and to work hard and earn money. So, second one is salary/bank shifts.
Your favorite.
Their favorite. Girls, they're working they're working 5 days in a week most of the time. And they're having like 2 to 3 bank shifts a week. Can you imagine how hardworking they are? Well, they're single people.
Single.
Single.
So yeah, salary. Basically, we are currently around 25,000 to 30 plus a year.
I think as a starting band 5,
Now,
it's
yeah.
24 to 25. 24 to 25, I think.
Yeah, 25,
25,000 a year.
25 a
So
year.
Yeah.
roughly monthly.
Roughly monthly, it's only 16 to 18, guys. So don't get
Pounds.
yeah. It's that is after tax, So
And
that's
with
the
pension.
real
With
talk.
pension, is it?
With
Yeah.
pension.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the national insurance,
So
with
they-
the pension, and what else?
NI.
And
NI.
pay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And tax,
20%
and
tax.
and pay as you
So you do bank shifts.
So
pay
you
as
do
you
bank
earn.
You can
shift.
have extra
But
money.
But guys, you can't apply bank shift right away because they will ask you to do your mandatory trainings before you can apply. So you have to finish all of your mandatory trainings that will what?
You have
Mandatory
to be,
trainings, just like
yeah,
PLS,
because when
IV.
if you're a new nurse or new registered nurse, you will still have your 6 months probation,
Yeah.
which is a time for you to complete your training, because we do online trainings, face-to-face trainings. There's a lot of trainings.
True.
Even though you're a registered nurse here, you're not even allowed to put an IV cannula. Because back home in the Philippines, once we are a nurse, we can do everything. We don't need to have we can have certificates, but we don't necessarily need to have those to be able to practice the IV cannulation, the catheterization. But in here, you have to have your trainings
Before you can do
completed
that.
and filed up and signed before you can actually do it.
What are the
Ideally.
downsides? What are the downsides of being a bank shift nurse? Transfer.
Well, yeah, when you do bank shift, if you're with the other regular staff, they will move you to the other ward. They will choose the bank shift nurse.
Yeah,
first.
they will just float. They will
Because-
just float you.
Because currently we're short of nurses, so
Always.
just move everyone.
Mhm.
And you feel uncomfortable because it's a new environment. So I think I advise to do bank shift first in your ward before trying the other wards. But it's good that you get exposed to other wards because you know how they work.
But if you're really, really new and you don't have the confidence, you can also refuse. Just tell them that I'm not really confident enough to do a bank shift on this ward. So please keep me here, and then the staffing
Yeah.
will make some move. Probably they will move the regular.
So how much do you
staff.
earn per bank?
So
so you
it-
earn like 10,000 pesos
Yeah, that's it.
outside tax.
But
What's that tax?
the only advice that we can give to you is that do bank during weekends and holidays and night.
Yeah, if you do Saturday nights, it's a big.
It can go up to 20,000 pesos
There's night
sometimes.
difference.
Especially if you've got extra qualification. Your bank shifts are greater.
Yeah,
Your
so,
ICU.
Yeah.
So we work
for-
3
ICU.
days. We just work 3 days a week, which is 37.5 hours. So you can do extra shifts like 1 to 2 days.
Now, because we are still in the COVID era, but there's only an exact time, 20 hours.
Yeah,
I
there's
think they advise. You
Yeah,
can do bank as much as you want, but they advise to do 20 hours at least. So
That-
you don't.
I think legally what they're saying is legally you're only allowed to do 20 hours of bank shift a week as per the visa that we have, because we're tier 2 visa.
Tier 2, yeah.
And the only downside if you're exceeding from that hours is that the government might see that you're having too much, like you're working too much hours, and if
Or
you
your
try to
salary
renew,
exceeds
your
your
salary is
yeah.
too
If you-
much exceeding, and if you try to renew for your visa renewal or try to have your permanent residence, they might see that and they might decline.
because there's a bracket for taxes, and
They're gonna
currently
be
we are
like-
on 20%. Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, this woman is really hard working.
This woman is earning 50,000.
50,000 a week. Char.
50,000 a week.
More shopping.
So number 3, we have what we call breaks. I mean,
Word breaks.
ward breaks, yeah.
Well, if you're lucky in your ward, you can have breaks.
Have
But
break
if you're
up.
not,
No! it's not paid, so you have to take your break, guys.
Yeah, as much as possible, you have to take your break because in here, your break hours are not included in your working hours.
True.
So for long day shift, you work 13 hours and you got 1 hour break. But if you work early shift, you need to work for 8 hours and you got 30
30 minutes break.
So what we do is you take half an hour in the morning and half an hour
If you're
in the
a long day,
afternoon.
yeah.
You don't really advise taking the whole break.
Yeah. And you have to make your own move. Like, for example, if you're going to take your break, you have to ask for another staff to cover you up. Just hand over that you forgot to give the antibiotic or the patient has a Parkinson's tablet that is on time. You have to tell the other nurse to give the Parkinson's tablet.
Or you go on a break and leave everything.
Don't do that, okay? Don't go on a break and just hand over everything to the nurse.
Without doing anything, yeah, you know. So it is really important to take your break and ask somebody to relieve you.
Sometimes we don't have breaks. We can't. You just go and drink and then that's it because we're too busy.
Just tell your colleague that I'm gonna have some sugar first because I'm
dying.
Pero kasi sobrang busy, di ba?
if it is too busy.
Sometimes,
Hindi ka nga makaihi.
Sometimes it
just like
tends
in the
to be
Philippines.
really, really busy. And even no matter how hard you would want to have your break,
Sometimes 13 hours is not enough for a day. For all the workloads you have.
I know.
Especially if you have
grabe.
double two, you're gonna die as well. Just kidding.
Pero it's not paid, so you need to take a break.
Yeah. Or else, ikaw din, kawawa.
They just pay you 12 hours out of 13.
True.
But sometimes
But
it
at
depends,
night-
It depends on the I don't know. It depends on the your manager or the trust. You can write down like
Which-
the hours that you didn't take,
Okay.
and then you can have those like they owed you hours. But yeah, you can list them down and you can say that I haven't taken this hour and I've worked on this hour. Can I just have my break to 1.5 hour break on this day because I've worked too
I
much
think in our
hours.
ward it doesn't work.
It doesn't work because she's
if you
from
don't have your
Nico.
break. Yeah.
If you watch the other previous vlog, she's from Nico and we're from ward.
Frailty ward.
ward.
Mainly elderly.
Yeah,
But
so
we're
it
lucky,
depends.
yeah, because we can have our break as much as possible. We're taking our breaks.
Yeah,
We're
so-
lucky because we have nurses who can like take over or cover.
Relieve you. It's not like I'm not trying to
Especially if you're
differentiate.
short.
Because in the Philippines, right, sometimes we don't really have a break, just straight 8 hours work and that's it. And then our number 4 is the leaves.
Your favorite. You just took one.
So she just came from Philippines and just
How many-
really, really.
Fresh from the Philippines, just arrived.
So we are
many
entitled
weeks?
for how many
1 month ba?
hours?
No, we're
Yeah,
in
1
6 weeks.
262 hours, 6 weeks. 6
Yeah, sa band 5, I think. Kasi starting band 5, we are entitled for 6 weeks of annual leave.
Tapos
And it depends on you on how you wanted to
Use
take that, to use it. It depends on you on how you can put like every month you can have your annual leave.
Yeah, but if you take more than 2 weeks, you need to
write
write a letter.
Write a letter to
To
your
ask permission
manager.
why you need to take long leave.
because the matron will also
Just like when you go to the Philippines, you
Yeah.
need to write a letter to ask permission because they don't really allow more than 2 weeks.
So just
Annual leave.
I forgot to say, sorry, this is actually a disclaimer. This is all our experiences in our own wards. So we don't own hospital, own trust. So we don't know what's happening in the other trust, guys.
We are just in one trust, so basically the same.
So we also have emergency leave, which is 1 day lang ba?
No, emergency.
Oh, yeah, 1 day
yeah.
lang, di ba?
No,
Di 1 day lang.
no, I mean it depends on your emergency. Because you can have like if you have multiple emergencies, like they will still allow you. They cannot like
They
not
got,
give you.
They got bereavement leave. They
Sick
got
leave.
Yeah, sick
Sick
leave,
leave.
unpaid authorized
Yes,
leave.
may
They
karapatan
won't pay
dito.
you. Unpaid.
Bayad ka dito kahit nagkasakit ka, besh!
There's also study leave.
Yeah. Oh, napaka-importante talaga nung
If
study
you take
leave.
trainings,
Like,
you need to.
yeah, like for example, you have a 7 hours training. Just tell your manager or your band 6 to put it in the system so that it will cover up from the 37.5 hours a week work na ginagawa mo.
Even if it's online training, it's counted.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you take a day training.
because they're all
online.
paid, and we like that.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. So, if you're
Is sick leave
gonna
included in that?
use your time for work thing, you need to inform your manager. So basically that's it. Yeah, but it's very nice in here. They're very generous with the annual leave. They're
Yeah.
very
Sick leave.
Imagine you
yeah.
got 6 weeks leave. It's a lot.
Just
Yeah,
be
it's
careful
Paid,
with your
paid,
sick
full
leave,
paid.
and just be careful because we have what we call episodes.
Yeah.
If
So
you
in-
got like
yeah,
3
in our trust we got
episodes,
I
3
think in
episodes.
our trust, in 6 months, you're only allowed 3 episodes. But those episodes doesn't necessarily to be like one day. It means one episode is like the whole sickness that you had. But if you're having just one day, for example, in 6 months, you just had 1 day of sick and 1 day of sick for 6 months. That would be you might receive a warning or something because it's like a short sickness.
So like if you take a day sick, 1 day sick leave, if you want to do it like 7 days,
That's
it's
a one
counted one
episode.
episode. But if
Yeah.
you do it like 1 day and then you go
Another.
you go back to work, and then after 3 days you go off sick again, so it's second episode.
Yeah.
So you need to do it consecutive days, so to make it one episode.
yeah.
And if you're, because it's too obvious that you just got sick for 1 day.
Just make it long day, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can
long days.
self-certify if it's just
Yeah.
less than 7
Yeah, that's
days.
also the good thing in here because if it's less than 7 days, you can self-certify. They don't ask for like anything. You can just call them and inform them.
So-
Compared back home, you have to
You need
like,
to-
you have to
medical
go
certificate.
through the different layers of management.
Everything.
Yeah, you can just tell them that what you did, you called one-on-one,
Mm-mm.
what you did at home.
What happened to you?
Because they will
basically.
they got a paper that you need to sign for self-certification.
Your
And
manager
if
will
it's
gonna give that to
and
you.
if it's nearly 3 episodes, they will alarm you that you're having lots of sick leave.
It
Or
means
probably the
something's wrong.
HR will call you.
Yeah, probably the HR will be
Call or
notified.
email you.
Yeah.
Because
Actually,
they
not
will think that
not HR directly. You will have
Occupational
occupational health first, and they will check if you're okay or if you're fit to work. because
because
of the
they're
sickness.
worried. They're just worried that
Yeah.
probably
See,
just
they're really worried about you.
Yeah, may
sir.
karapatan
Well
talaga
enough.
tayo dito, besh.
So next is we have another number 5 list. So here we just call, most of the people just call first name basis. We don't call them under surname or under
Ma'am, sir.
ma'am, sir, doctor,
They don't.
nurse.
Yeah, they don't use ma'am, sir, doctor, nurse. They just first name basis in here because one of the things that I've learned in here is that if you are in a medical team, all of you like from the
highest position.
highest position, or I mean from the doctors to nurses down to even the cleaners, all of you are part of the team, and you
everyone's equal.
yeah, everyone is doing their job.
Yeah,
So
sometimes the doctor will ask you, don't
Yeah.
call me doctor, just
Yeah.
call me John.
True.
they don't want people calling them ma'am, sir.
It's
Yeah.
like
It
ikaw
should
pa
be-
mahihiya, no? Kasi doctor ka ng doctor.
It's like you're on the same level, guys.
Yeah,
They-
that's how they wanted us in a team to be on the same level. No one is above you, no one is below
Even
you.
the director, you need to call him by his
By his
name.
name, yeah.
Not
Minsan,
sir and-
ikaw na mahihiya.
We're just so used to calling
I think-
them ma'am,
yeah.
sir, doctor, ganon. And we're so used to be so afraid with doctors back home, especially attending physicians, like consultants. We're so
Tagalog.
afraid. Yeah. But in here, no. They will ask for your opinion. They will basically ask you. So what do you think? Sometimes they will.
Mas takot pa sila sa nurse.
Yeah. They will. Because basically, you're the one who's with the patient for all of the time. That's why it's a good thing because you have a voice. You have
The Voice Philippines.
hindi ka lang alalay ng mga doktor kanila sa Pilipinas, kundi talagang meron kang meron kang silbi, meron kang karapatan, ganon.
True.
Pero syempre, dahil binigay sa yung karapatan na yun, you have to like be
But you just need to be respectful to each other.
Yeah, you have to be good at what you do.
Yep, that's it. So for number 6, British people likes giving letters for credits. Like,
Yeah.
mapupuno yung ward nyo ng
Cards, yeah.
letters,
Chocolates,
cards,
oh my
chocolates,
God.
sweets.
They're very appreciative. Yeah, they will send chocolates, cards, thank you cards.
Thank you
Bentang-benta
cards.
yung cards.
Hindi
Sobra.
spaghetti and chowking.
Oo, wala silang pagano.
Chocolates na
Chocolates
boxes,
and flowers, mostly.
flowers, letters, super duper
Biscuits,
many
tea.
sweets. Yep. That's how they
We have chocolates talaga, everyday candies, gummies.
Yeah.
Oh my
Kaya
God,
ayan,
yung
lumalaki na.
ngipin namin yung
because
sira.
the thing here is that we're not allowed to accept money as well. So if the family wants to give some money, we just tell them that it's better if they will give sweets or something like that.
And if they give you a letter, especially if there's a specific name, you need to keep
yeah.
it for your revalidation.
Yeah, keep it in a bloat.
It's like an evidence that you worked
ESR.
well.
Yeah. Yun. That's the
Uy,
number 6. So we have number 7 now, which is no biometrics for time in and time out. So here, if
So,
you're...
This is NHS, ha?
Walang bandi clock.
Kasi,
There's no bandi
kasi I
clock.
think private hospitals in here still got those. But this is for NHS.
Yeah.
I think they're only doing the band 6 or the nurse in charge will be the one who will check the attendance, and that's it doesn't matter sometimes. Well, if you're
late.
super late, maybe, but if you're just late for a minute or 2 or half minutes, just in half an hour, just inform them that you're gonna be late and it will be okay.
Just message or call that you're still coming. As long as you're gonna come, it's okay to be late.
But don't be late.
Yeah.
Okay, don't
So,
be late.
the thing here is that there's no time out. So, usually, late ka na rin umuwi. Madalas. Yeah, just tell that if you're super duper late, nauuwi, just tell your band 6 to adjust your time. It's okay. They don't really mind. They will adjust it for you guys.
Yeah, like...
Yes.
And like, for example, you're already in your workplace and then something happened at home. You can tell your band 6 or your manager that you need to leave for like 2 hours, 3 hours because you need to pick your daughter for a childcare or something like that. They will allow you. They're not really that strict
Are
na.
you going for a training?
You're going for a training. They will allow you
8
to...
hours training.
8 hours
As
training.
long as it's possible within the ward, that's
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So, yun. And then the next will be, it says here 24-hour care. 24-hour care? You mean, probably this is the workloads, like what are we doing in the ward, especially if there's no phlebotomist, we are the one who's taking bloods.
Yeah, so nurses has lots of roles in
Responsibility.
here.
Yeah.
In the NHS, you do bloods, you do blood cultures. Unlike in the
Everything.
Philippines,
Medtechs don't come
Exist.
and go
we
to
do
the
porters.
and
make
go to
tea.
the ward. They're just in the laboratories.
We make tea,
Yeah.
coffee, we update the families. It's our
Yeah.
responsibility to
update
update
the
the
family.
family.
We do tea rounds.
You do
You do washing.
Give baths,
Yeah. You help
Everything.
inventory.
Yeah.
Lot.
them. Band 6 do the inventory sometime.
So, dito na ako nagtimpla
Yeah.
ng tea na madami.
But yeah,
Sobra,
so
because most of the British people love tea. Tea.
Tea everywhere.
Anytime.
Tea 3 times a day.
So next is the mandatory trainings, which we have talked about a while ago. We have loads of mandatory trainings. And we have what we call ESR. It's like an online...
I don't know if other trusts have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. Everyone.
If you're working on the NHS, you have to do your ESR, because basically that's your most of the time it's annual training. So it's a way of keeping you up to date with everything.
True.
Basic, for example, basic infection control, resuscitation, everything. Everything is provided. You don't have to pay for it. So your BLS,
It's mandatory training.
it's mandatory training.
It should be 100% or else your
Yes.
manager will chase you.
Do that ESR because it is also one of the requirements for your salary upgrade or your
True.
what do you call
When
that?
you do your appraisal.
Yeah, when you do
my
your
God,
appraisal.
Just like mine.
So it's like a review of your whole year.
Yun sa akin.
That's
Stress
one.
tuloy ako.
Yeah. And then for the last number,
Dun,
I
dun,
put
dun.
the workloads, which is like the
Heavy
24-hour
joke.
care. Workloads here.
So how heavy is the work of nurses in the NHS? What do you think?
It's toxic.
it's 100%
Grabe,
stressful.
Yeah,
guys.
stressful. Kasi it's
Real talk.
real talk. Oo.
Grabe, nakaka-stress talaga.
It's ano eh, it's public
Kasi
eh.
ikaw,
It's free
Yeah,
healthcare.
It's free upon use, kaya it's stressful.
And then suddenly the family will say,
not everyone is nice, so you need to deal.
But most of the British people naman is very nice. Like they're very polite,
yeah,
Oo naman.
lovely people.
even though sometimes it's a bit passive aggressive, but they're very polite and lovely people, yeah.
They are really.
Yeah, compared to,
They're very
you know,
sweet, actually.
compared to the patients sometimes in private ward. It feels like they've bought you already.
Because they're paying in
Yeah, because
other
they're
country.
paying. There are
Parang
still,
everywhere naman,
yeah,
meron
there are
unfortunate
still,
ano.
yeah, there are still
Everywhere.
people, because if you work in a public health, you will experience different kind of people. But
you need to be ano.
yeah, but the only thing that we
Down
can
to
say in
earth.
here is they're very polite. In the Philippines, our trainings are even the medical terms all are Americanized, and when you come in here, everything is
British.
different. Yeah.
English.
Everything is different. Pero you're more independent in here. When
Yeah.
you're a nurse.
You're
Super
You
more
got your own
independent.
decision.
Yeah.
You will learn.
everyone naman, di ba? will
Pero
learn.
nakaka-stress lang.
Oo.
Sometimes you don't need to wait for the doctors to order the things like ECG. If the patient is having a chest pain, just get
You
the
can do it
ECG
because
machine.
it's free.
Do it, do
Yeah.
your
That's
bloods,
good.
everything,
Yeah.
and then call the doctors after you've done your part
Yeah, because they don't like calling them
without doing
without
anything.
doing anything.
Yeah.
So you can do everything first, and then you need to call them. But
Yes. What else? Yeah, that's it. And if you've got any advice, sister, to the aspiring UKRNs,
Di
what
mas-
can you say?
in my opinion, I like being a nurse here. If it's stressful,
Me
because
too.
you're more independent. You can decide. You don't need to depend on the doctors. You got your own decision. Parang dito yung you are the patient's advocate talaga. If you feel like there's anything wrong, you can voice out. You need to decide for the patients. But it's nice. You will learn a lot.
Even the English
It's totally different from the Philippines.
life. You need to experience his stress to get that.
Yeah, yeah.
Ano gusto mo
If-
na stress
if-
ka na maliit sa
If you are seeing nurses in here that are posting in Facebook with all of their
Gabi.
Bongalicious travels and all of their bags, new things, shopping and everything, they deserve it. Huwag kayong mag-judge. They deserve it because every single penny that you get here, you'll have to work for it. Like
Work
it's
hard.
not, yeah, it's not something that lang bumubuhos yung pera. They've worked for it, puyat, pagod lahat. You cannot imagine unless you
Grabe. You need to be emotionally strong.
So, wag niyo lang
mentally
pong
strong.
utangin yung pera.
yeah, unless you've experienced it, you cannot imagine the stress.
Tapos you will get depressed kasi it's a different environment. At first, you
It's
will
a very gloomy
really
country
get
as well.
depressed. you will feel like no one's helping you kasi
So you have
diyan
to
ka lang.
you have to get to know your
Minsan,
bubbles.
Oo, parang
To
you will
enjoy
learn
world.
by your own.
Yes.
Usually that will happen
Oh,
to
at least,
first timer nurses.
You will get lucky if there's someone teaching you how to do stuff.
But most-
especially in
yeah.
the NHS.
But most of the time, they will just
Let
let you go.
nakaka-stress.
Let it go.
I think that's the most struggle, no? If you're a new nurse.
You have to learn by your own.
Especially if you're new kasi new environment, tapos mag-English ka pa, tapos hindi
It's-
ka pa nakapag-break.
It's a different anxiety when it comes to working abroad. Kasi in here, every mistake, you can be easily, they can easily sue you. They can easily sue the hospital.
So you have to take the union, guys.
Yeah.
So, just important lang siguro is to promote patient safety. That's it.
Always
Always
patient safety.
prioritize your patient.
Yeah,
Yes.
prioritize
And
patient safety.
You will meet lots of different characteristics, personalities.
True.
Not everyone
Yes.
magugustuhan mo. Pero
You
you'll
cannot
get
please
used to
everyone
them.
naman. Yeah, it's basically everywhere. It's all the same.
Oo.
It's just how you adjust to it.
I
So
think
yeah,
struggle lang kasi
Good luck.
nasa UK ka, tapos lumi
It's
pa.
a different,
katulad nito.
it's a different world talaga, guys.
but you can do it. You can do it. Come on. Dali
Pero
na.
mas maganda dito, promise.
Yes.
Mas maganda, mas stress sa
There's
UK.
loads of opportunities to be a band 6, to have a higher
Oo.
education, higher position.
Yeah, promotion is... Is, basta, hindi naman madali, pero parang ma-reach mo. It's possible.
Yeah, it's very possible, especially if you're hardworking.
It's possible. Kasi
At
they
saka,
don't
oo.
look at your age. They just see if you're able to do
Capable.
stuff.
True.
If you're efficient, then go. Why not?
So that's
At least, di ba, yung career natin nag-ladder up.
True.
Yes.
Career and your money.
Yeah. Career opportunity in here is
Maraming
a
opportunities.
lot. Yeah.
Super.
You can go anywhere if you want to.
Yeah,
As
so
long as you're
we're
hardworking.
lucky to be in here.
Yes.
So that's basically it. That's it.
Yes, that's
Parang
it.
we almost cover up yung most experience namin dito here in UK.
If you've got questions, comment down below. Oh,
Comment down below and thank you for listening to us.
Judgery.
Sorry for our
Judgery.
very rustic English. Rustic English, kinalawang. And yes, one of the things that you will experience is the accent of other people because you're gonna meet different kind of people with different kind of accents.
Yeah, because UK is very diverse. Like, iba't ibang lahi talagang nandito. Iba't ibang race. They're from different countries. Which is really good because it will open up your mind compared to like
True.
just being in the Philippines. You would never, like, I wouldn't never imagine that it would be, that the world is really big. Like, when you're just in the Philippines, you will never know. But once you like get out of it, once you came to a place like this where
Ay, ganito
everyone,
pala.
you will learn different cultures, which is amazing because it feels like you'll know more.
Yes.
You'll learn a lot.
Shout out to Jowa ko.
Shout out to Jowa namin.
Shout out to
Thank you
Jowa
sa
ko.
flowers. Love ya.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Thank you guys for listening and watching us again, and we're happy
Subscribe.
Subscribe
to...
kasi yung
and
goal namin. Bibili kami.
subscribe.
Ano nga bibili natin?
We are actually house and lot.
Char.
A car. Just kidding. We're actually aiming for the sponsor. Just kidding. So thank you guys for everything, and you can do it for you.
Go.
Press like.
You can
Go.
do it,
And
guys.
subscribe.
Go. One step.
Bye.
Bye.